Hello everybody, good evening. Welcome to this lovely stream this evening. Just waiting to connect, synchronise with players. Meeting me Chippy T. Friday night, it's the law. It's a good cup of tea. It's a good cup of tea. Mr. Helgie's here. Much at the minute. Did our grass field last night? Oh, it's raining.
Hello.
It's raining. Good evening, Mr. Helgie.
Try some harvesting when it's raining.
Won't be no harvesting whilst it's raining. Got to do all the other jobs. Be live yet? I should be. Catch up stream. Now I need to do the refresh on there so it's in Chrome. See what's happening. Chippy T, Chippy T. So hopefully today I've managed to update the food mixers. So hopefully they should make more food.
Hold on, yes. I think I have to make you a little bit louder. I don't hear you.
Mr. Helgie's turned my volume down. Oh.
Yeah, to 0.1.
Why did you do that?
So, because it was too loud. Yesterday or the day before. So what did you do? Change something again?
Yeah. The animal
Mixing
machines.
right?
Hopefully the animal machines, you can put more in them now and they should make more food.
Yeah, that
Haven't had a
needs
chance to
maybe
test it
less
yet.
attention.
I haven't had a chance to test it yet, but hey, that's what I'm here for. Let me grab a trailer. And a truck. On. What does the green
I
one
thought
mean?
I found some sugar beets.
Sugar beets. Sugar beets. Sugar beets. Useful. Useful for feeding pigs.
Yeah.
As well as feeding the sugar factory. Which field are you on?
We only have about 90,000 in the silo.
Oh, you've done sugar beets on field 4. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Any excuse for Mr. Helgi to use the harvester, that's what it is. That's what it is, folks. He just likes using that harvester. He likes that Homer. Can't be a chippy tea. Nom nom.
Do you want to plant sugar cane on field 3?
We could do. We could do a sugar cane on field 3 if you want. If you really want. Zig a zig ah. Oh no, copyright already.
You tell me what I want, what I really want. Tell me what I want, what I really want. Oh, it looks like potatoes.
Potatoes.
No, the field after planting looks like potatoes.
Potato time.
But it's...
Oh yeah, look at that look. It's holding all the silage. Oh, nearly all the silage. Oh yeah. Cow mixer has definitely been fixed. Hopefully that means I can load it up with a ton of hay and a ton of straw. And then we don't have to keep micromanaging it every 2 seconds.
I mean, you mean just 1,000 liters? Because that would be about a ton.
I was going to change it to hold bushels, but... I'm not sure you would have known how much to put in it then.
Yes. Just fill it up.
Just fill
And look
it
at the
up.
bar.
Just fill it up, I say. Fill it up, fill it up. Fill it up, fill it up.
Now I gotta go pee.
Okay. I wish I'd done that before I went to the chip shop. It's trying to order me dinner and I was dancing. Should have really gone before I left the house. Having been sat streaming all afternoon, I should have gone for a bio break before I left the house. Once I got out in the cold air, woo boy. Did it want me to tinkle tinkle? Unlike some of the other people in the world, when I got to the chip shop, I wait outside till I'm asked to go in by the owners. And then I order me food, and then I go back outside and I wait outside until it's ready. That way then I'm not being exposed to all the other people. All the other fucking corona carriers. There's some people that just don't abide by these rules. They just feel like they can do what they want. Like there's one bloke who arrived after us who went and just walked straight in. Like, I was queued up outside and he just pushed in and he stands inside. I'm like, dude. And I think the chip shop owners should kick him out. Kick him out.
It's raining.
Chippy, chippy, tea, chippy, tea, chippy, tea, chippy, tea. I like me chippy tea. Nearly ate all my chips. Ain't got many left.
Oh.
Left.
You were at our factory. Took the chips there. Oh,
Chippy tea. Chippy tea.
that definitely needs seed.
What
Planting
needs
sugarcane.
sugar
The
cane
sugar
uses lots
cane.
of seed.
Oh yes.
Wait till you start harvesting it.
The funny thing is that what I expected, that field 4 didn't take the fertilizer while seeding.
Why is that? Because you didn't cultivate it first.
I plowed it, I think. No?
No.
No, I didn't.
No, you just fertilised it last
Who
night,
needs,
and then you left
who
it.
needs cultivating?
The field needs cultivating if you don't do out to it. If you just fertilise it straight after harvesting, then you've got to cultivate it before you can seed. You've got to do something to change the ground state.
Yeah, I let one row grow, and then I can always fertilize it later. Then I save one cultivating run.
I mean, I bought you a big cultivator, so there's no excuse for you not doing it. You know, I bought you a good 12-metre
taking
cultivator.
time. It's taking time.
I bought you a good 12-metre cultivator. Same, you could be cultivating now in the rain, quite happy.
If it's only taking 1 minute, it's taking time. No, I just didn't think about it.
We ain't got no sugar beets.
What?
We haven't got any sugar beet.
What?
In stock? In the farm?
No, we have 86,000.
Where is that then?
I don't know where it is, but it is showing in the menu.
Oh,
So it must be somewhere.
Oh, I'm going to have a hunt round for that. Can't you tell I'm a lad? Look, I've left my chicken till the last. I've ate all my chips first, and I've saved the chicken till the last. You know, I've always done that ever since being a kid. Whenever I have any food, I always save the best bit till the last.
When you are not hungry anymore.
This is the bit that's likely to trigger my my Barrett's esophagus, and then I'm going to have trouble swallowing it. And then I'll end up sat here going. And I'll be sat here trying to decide whether I want to still keep trying to swallow it, or whether I should just spit it back out again. Right, got some corn, so that will go in the pig food machine, but...
So now we can harvest the wheat. Do you have an umbrella?
Umbrella? There's a song on it? Is it Rihanna?
Ella. No, that
Umbrella.
was somebody from Portugal.
Umbrella.
Ella, 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 Ella.
Eh,
I need
we call it
seed,
the
you idiot.
Padre
Not.
Counter remix. We'll have to have a bit of a trek round and find out where all the sugar beet is. All the sugar beet gone. Why is it not in either silo? Where's it hiding? Is it in a trailer?
What?
Is it in an auger wagon?
Yes. Has to be in one silo. You're concentrating too much on your food, and then you can't think straight.
I was at the animal silo, couldn't find it. I went back to the main farm. Now it's in the
Yeah.
animal silo.
So
It's here now. It wasn't here
if
a
you
minute
do
ago.
something,
It
if you
wasn't
do
here a minute.
something, do it right. Otherwise, you have to do it twice.
It wasn't there a minute ago. The game's trolling me.
Yeah, sure, it wasn't there.
Bit like that.
Of course, it wasn't
Humble
there.
Classics
You were
trolling me.
concentrating too much on your potatoes.
Who can blame me? They're really nice potatoes. That's not all. You should see what I've got for dessert. Oh, yeah. I can't reach it now because my headphones is on. Just in case Haribo isn't enough, you know, after you've had a meal, I've got one of them and I've got one of them.
I'm not looking, but
Oh. Right, what can I do in the meantime whilst I'm waiting for everything to stop raining? It might be time to visit the factories and get some pallets. I'm guessing. Do some selling of some stuff. Field work is no longer an option. Because it's raining.
what did you want to plant on field 78?
Field 78, I felt like possibly doing a big canola harvest. I know field 8 was just canola, but I figured do the whole thing as a big canola harvest, and after that and start to explore some of the other things. Just wanted to do pallets. We got a lot of eggs that need to be sold. A lot of chickens. One must have knocked a pallet over.
We have some milk as well.
Milk as well. We don't have a cheese factory yet, then. Right. Cheese factory grommet. Wensleydale. That'll be lost on the international audience. That will. They won't get that joke.
Did you say tell a joke right now?
Said we don't have a cheese factory yet, Gromit.
I don't understand this joke now.
We make a nice bit of Wensleydale. Like I say, I don't think the international audience have seen Wallace and Gromit.
I did, yeah. But you said something about Ronnie?
I said Gromit.
Gromit, yeah, okay, that's what I understand.
I said we don't have a cheese factory yet, Gromit.
Yeah. Like Wensleydale.
Need to build a rocket and go to the moon to get the cheese. I like that when they go and dig up the moon.
Or was it Wensleydale? Well, I didn't think it was, but it was cheese. It's the holes in the moon are the holes in the cheese.
Palace. So everything. Potatoes fritters. Potatoes fritters. I mean, that's not really, that to me sounds like the Spanish weren't even trying there. I get the impression they weren't even trying. It was like, okay, we need a word that obviously isn't English because we don't want to associate with English, but we need a word for potatoes. What are we going to do? Tell you what we'll do. We'll just change all the O's to A's.
Patatas?
Patatas. Patatas fritas.
Well, to be fair, I mean they were bringing the potatoes from America to Europe. Huh?
Fritas fritas.
Well, they did, or the Portuguese did, or whoever it was. And maybe the Indians said something like potatoes. To them. And they did not understand them correctly, probably. Maybe it was somebody with some speak disability, like.
That reminds me of a joke. That does. And that reminds me of a very old joke. I don't know whether I should tell it on stream or not. I don't know. I don't know if it's really family friendly enough to be on stream. But
it's not politically correct either.
Yeah, probably not.
Just switch off the internet, tell the joke, and switch it back on.
Yeah, if you're a bunch of sensitive souls, or you're a little bit unable to have a sense of humour and have a laugh at things, you may just want to just temporarily mute the stream for about a few minutes, because I'm probably going to say something here that might cause offence to somebody. Yeah, there's this great joke from many years ago where two men go into a pub, and these men have got they've got some special needs. Let's say they're of a special needs persuasion, and one of the guys goes to grab a table, and his mate goes to the bar to get the drinks in. So he goes up to the bar. The bartender comes over and says, "What can I get you?" And the bloke goes, 2 pints of lager, 2 pints of lager, and a packet of scratchings. Bartender goes, "No problem. 2 pints of lager and a packet of scratchings. That'll be £30.80, please. And the man goes, how much? He goes, that'll be £30.80. 2 pints of lager and a pack of scratchings. And the bartender goes, yeah. He says, but it's not just for the lager and the scratchings. You're also paying for the entertainment.
Entertainment?
Yeah, we've got entertainment. We've got a live acting tonight. Oh, you mean Boogie Woogie? No, not Boogie Woogie. Disco? No, not disco. I don't know then. And the guy goes, no, it's country and western night, so you're paying for the entertainment. Okay. Anyway, the bartender comes back with the 2 pints of lager and the packet of scratchings, and the man picks it up, goes over to the table to meet his friend, puts the drinks on the table and goes, you won't believe how expensive these drinks were. And the other guy goes, how much were they? And he goes, £30.80. £30.80? That's expensive. He goes, yeah, well, apparently we're paying for entertainment. Entertainment? Yeah, they've got a live act on. A live act? Yeah, they're playing music. Oh, you mean Boogie Woogie? No, not Boogie Woogie. Oh, you mean disco? No, not disco. Well, what could it be then? Well, apparently it's some cunt from Preston.
Oh man. What is scratchings?
You've never had pork scratchings?
No.
Oh, they're
Is it like some chips or is it slices of meat or?
It's basically like dried pig. It's
Ooh.
right, and they're really hard and they're really crunchy. Season thing. You have them in pubs because obviously once you've had a packet of pork scratchings, it tends to make you quite thirsty. So then they can sell you more drink. Then they can sell you more drink. So that's why in pubs.
I'd rather have some peanuts with salt.
Well, exactly, peanuts. That's why they sell peanuts too, because it does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have your moist makers. You gotta have your moist makers in a pub. But yeah, you gotta have your disco and your boogie woogie. No, it's just some cunt from Preston. My testicles black.
Who thinks of such a joke? Oh, my testicles black. So yeah. Are my testicles black? Are my testicles black? Weißt du, was das ist? Die Eier. Das ist ein Sprachfehler. Der hat mir im Krankenhaus gerade gefragt, are my test results back? Und ich habe verstanden, are my testicles back? Well, it's not good when you have to explain a joke.
No. It's not very good on the. Doesn't say a lot about the person receiving it.
Well, it's a lack of English also.
Lost in translation.
When you don't understand testicles.
Look at that. All the sunflower oil has gone into chips factory. Now you seen how much money we've got now? $336,000.
Is that a lot?
It's a lot compared to what we started the day with. We didn't have a lot of money in the bank account. We're probably not going to have a lot of money for long because, of course, we're going to have to buy a sugarcane harvester now.
At least we don't have a sugar beet harvester.
We don't need a sugar.
Have you tried whether you can harvest potatoes?
I haven't.
While I lonely pull my tracks here.
A little bit slow going uphill. Yeah, look, there's still that cotton harvest to do on field 17.
Hmm?
We've still got a cotton harvest to do on field 17.
Ah, okay. It's wet cotton. For wetsuits.
Wetsuit.
That's how you produce a wetsuit.
Harvest the cotton in the rain. We've got to harvest the cotton in the rain. Why? Because we've got an order for 50 wetsuits. That's on everybody's must-buy shopping list when they go to Aldi. Want to get you a wetsuit. Have we tried harvesting potatoes in the rain? Let's see. Let's turn off the truck first.
But I don't think it works. Maybe the sugar beet worked. It worked for me on the farm, in Fenton Forest.
You're not harvesting the rain or hail. I'm going to try and harvest this sugar beet on field 4. Nope, not working.
Yeah?
No, it's not harvesting the sugar beet.
It's not really grown enough. Huh?
It's not grown at all. He's only just seeding it. Hold the header. Oh, I tell you what, we might be able to harvest potatoes. I've got a
What do you
feeling.
do?
I've got a feeling it's going to let me harvest the potatoes. Boy George. Cracky. It's not telling me it's too wet.
It's good. I mean, it makes sense. Huh? They're underground.
They're already wet. Yeah.
Could have, I mean, in reality, the earth might be too heavy to do it, too sticky.
The machine will get clogged up. But no, it's letting me do it.
Right.
I'll eat the chicken, the machine can eat the potatoes. Why does everything taste like chicken?
Maybe they didn't know what chicken tastes like. Matrix.
That's why chicken tastes like everything. How did they know what tasty wheat tasted like?
Yeah, but in fact, neither does you. Neither do you.
Tasty wheat, tasty wheat. His name Mouse. He was like the person on the crew who had the worst like nickname. You know, when you had like Morpheus and
Mouse?
Trinity, and you had Dozer and Tank, and you had all these, you know, good sounding names, and then you had Mouse. Ooh, intimidating. Bet the agents shit themselves when he appeared. Bet Agent Smith was like, oh no, it's Mouse.
Yeah, just remember, in one of the Codel and Crabs scenarios, where you have to fertilize a field, I think it's the fourth scenario. So you did cultivate, you did plow, you did not sure if you do seeding or something, but you do whatever, and eventually you do. They say take about 530 liters of fertilizer. It's the granular fertilizer, and apply it on the field. And I did it. I was done with the field, but it didn't show it is completed, and I still had some of the fertilizer in my tractor. Or let's say I didn't have any fertilizer in my tractor. I had to buy fertilizer, go again across the field for a few meters, and then it said done. Because it doesn't say, look, how much percentage of the field have I covered? It just looks how much is left in the. Did I use so much fertilizer on the field? Then if you spray next to the field, it doesn't count. If you sort of exactly have the amount to be applied on the field, and you spray off the field too much, then it doesn't count.
Yeah, I would always buy a bit extra just to safeguard against that.
Yeah, better buy 100 extra and then 15% or 20% extra. It's better.
Because I always like to start the machine just a little bit before I drive onto the field. And I don't turn it off until I've driven off of the field and I'm clear of the field. So yeah, I'm always going to I'm going to overspray a little bit. So I would definitely.
But also some areas on the side where you not always spray the whole field, where you spray off the field as well.
Field doesn't line up properly.
Then he says, okay, go back to the farm next time. Okay, go back to the field. Okay, go back to the farm next time. Go back to the field. God. This is so time consuming. Always go back to the field. Oh. If I hadn't done it during my working hours, I would be mad.
Well, that's the good thing about home office, you see. It lets you do these scenarios. And you're not losing productivity time.
Yeah, private time.
You're not losing priority
get paid
time.
For
yeah.
I even get paid for it.
Best scenario, really.
I had to do some work today, but okay. It's a thunderstorm. Is his voice stuck? Millennium Farm. Huh?
I don't know, it's still snowing. It's still snowing where he is. His last video, he'd got the snowmobile out and was playing around on that. He was driving that around. Because he can't do any harvesting, he can't do any ploughing, because there's just snow everywhere. Seasons has gone wrong. Seasons mod's broken.
Yeah. Maybe you can tell him you can harvest the potatoes when it's raining.
Beep, beep, beep. 90% full. This contract complete yet?
Yeah. Be right back.
Nö. Was dir im Winter mein Vorschlag?
Schauen.
No good. Data harvester got full. Yeah.
It's full?
Yeah.
Have to buy a new one then.
Let's buy a new one. Like my sister.
Yeah, now with this codle and crabs, I can now do a free game, and you know how this free game starts, the carrier mode?
Mm-hmm.
That you have to go to the meadow or where the animals are. You have to go into the barn. You have to go to this place, to this, as if I haven't done the tutorials. Huh? I have done all the tutorials, huh? And I don't need to be shown the farm. I know it. I know where everything is. Unbelievable. And then you're left there and don't know what to do. You need to buy a field or what else? Don't know. What's the best method to make money? I've no idea. With 500,000, you can buy a small tractor and a plow, and that's it. I don't know how to survive.
I probably wouldn't buy in the first year. I'd probably just lease everything.
Yeah, probably.
The tractors and the ploughs and everything. I'd just lease it, save a bit of money. Most important thing is to get some fields, because with fields you can grow crops and then you can sell crops and you can make money. And then after a couple of years of making
Fields are
money,
not that
you can buy
expensive.
stuff.
Yeah? Maybe you start with 2 fields. Not sure if there are grass fields or whatever.
Well, I must admit, my biggest fear was that once you'd done all the tutorials and all the certificates and all the scenarios, and you then went into the career mode, it was going to ask you to do it all again. That was my fear. It was going to be like, oh no, you've got to do all the tutorials again.
No.
Here's the barn. Here's the meadow. Here's the animals. Oh no! And that's it. That's career mode. Basically, all the tutorials again. I did see that there was a mod come out for Farm Sim a day or two ago. It seems like it was the mod designed for Mr. Helgi.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's called the Real Speed mod.
Uh-oh.
And it sounds
Too
like
slow.
it sounds like it was made for Mr. Helgi, because what the Real Speed mod allows you to do, when you're in a tractor or a harvester or a machine, you can press a button, and what it does, it disables the speed limit of the equipment you're using so that you can just drive as fast as your cruise control will let you.
That's not real speed.
So
It's everything else but real speed.
So there was a guy in the video demonstrating it, and he's got that the Valtra tractor, the one that has the world record speed for a tractor.
Yeah.
He's got that hooked up to a seeder, and he's seeding at 84 kilometers an hour in the game.
And it does seed actually? Or
Yeah,
is
it seeds. It seeds, yeah. And then he had a harvester that was harvesting along at, I think, about 43 kilometers an hour.
Missing harvest, of course.
It was harvesting
Missing
everything.
it.
It was harvesting everything in front of it.
Yeah, but it's very difficult to steer.
Well, that's where cruise control comes in very handy. GPS, should I say.
Yes, yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's the Mr. Helgi mod, that is. Everything's got to be fast. Like this potato harvester could do 43 kilometers an hour with that mod installed. Imagine how quickly you'd get the potatoes done with that.
Yeah.
Zoom, 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 done.
Yeah.
Would really take 5 minutes. I'm already 79% full again. Unbelievable.
There's a YouTuber that I watch. He plays Call of the Wild.
It's
and
me.
It's not you.
Oh.
No, it's not you. Call of the Wild, not the Hunter Classic. And he always starts the stream. Welcome back, and we are starting there where we left last time. Where we left it last time. Well, that's very logic, isn't it? We start again where we left last time. Yeah. What else would we do? And he's got a really old game version, which crashes from time to time when he does certain things.
Yeah, because he doesn't update, does he? Doesn't update
No,
the game.
he doesn't want to lose his level, because at one point he would have lost his level.
Well, level's not really that
His
important.
millions of money.
You only go to
No.
level. You can once you hit level 60, you don't go up any more than that. So once you've level 60, I mean, everybody who's played the game for a couple of years should be level 60 by now. At least. Unless you're, of course, Mr. Helge, who only plays Hirschfelden. He only plays one map and is still at level 20 or 18 or whatever. Despite the fact I've restarted 2 or 3 times in that time, I've still managed to overtake him. I think I'm at level 54 now.
Really?
I'm sure I was level 54 earlier when I was playing it this afternoon. I was quite surprised because I levelled up and I got a point. I was like, you know, I haven't had a point to spend for a while. Because I think it's like every 3 or 4 levels now before you get a point. So I think I've only got like 1 more to go. Probably 2 more to go. I think I get another point at 57. And I'll probably get a point at level 60. And then I'm done. No more points, no more perks.
Look, you can plant sugar beet on field 22 for 31,631.
Big seeding contract. That was the field was that the one I ploughed?
Huge field. It's a huge
Was
field.
that the one I did the ploughing contract on or not?
It's 27 hectare.
That was the one I did the ploughing contract on the other night. Yes. With the quad track. It wasn't too bad.
That's a good contract. Field 16, cultivating for $928. Jesus.
$928. It's worth it. It's worth it. Just teach Mr. Helge how to cultivate. So he can remember to do it on our fields in the future.
Yeah, many seeding contracts.
Any fertilising? Probably not.
Seeding, and cultivating. Many cultivating. 28, 18. That's actually only 4.
What you need is a nice, good potato contract. That's what you need.
There's a potato cultivating contract.
Potato cultivating.
Yeah. He's playing currently on the Africa map, and Africa I don't like it all.
You don't like the Africa map? Oh,
Yeah.
why not? It's got lions on it that eat you.
I would like to shoot some what's it called? Hunters, illegal hunters.
Some poachers.
I don't know what they call
You want to hunt some poachers?
poachers who kill rhinos for for the horn or elephants.
Like in Crocodile Dundee when he dresses up as a kangaroo
Hmm.
and shoots at those people that were poaching kangaroos. How times have changed since that film was made, eh?
Yeah.
Because now everyone would thank you if you were in Australia and you were shooting kangaroos, because kangaroos are now a pest over there, aren't they?
Probably.
They're like
Like
vermin.
rabbits.
Yeah, they're like rabbits.
Yeah.
They're like rabbits. They're just populations out of control. So I think in Australia, I think it's actually a legal requirement if you are driving down the road and a kangaroo runs out in front of you, you have to run it over.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a
But
law.
who is repairing your car?
The government does. The government pays for it.
Oh my God.
You have to run it over if you see it. Yeah. That's why a lot of the cars that they sell in Australia have those kangaroo bar things on the front. Try and minimise the damage to the vehicle, but obviously maximise damage to the kangaroo.
They should release an Australian map then to hunt kangaroos.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Although to be fair, I don't think the Australia map in Hunter Classic is well liked. I don't think a lot of people like that. And I don't think a lot of people like hunting the kangaroos on that map. For the same reason that a lot of people don't like hunting the springbok on the Africa map in Call of the Wild. Because they're always bouncing and jumping. They never stand still, so they make it very difficult to shoot.
Like werewolves.
Like werewolves, yeah. Zigzagging little bastards. You think to yourself, oh look, here it comes, look, it's running straight towards me.
Yeah, I saw it.
As soon as I see the white of its eyes, I can shoot it. And then just as I go to pull the trigger, it runs off to the right and then comes back to the left and I'm dead.
It did see you pull the trigger finger and then it went, whoops.
Like, what dodge skills? Sure, it's seen the movie Dodgeball.
No.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball. Launches a monkey wrench at the guy's head. Doink.
Oh.
Dodgeball. I think it's got Ben Stiller in it, that movie. Or it has.
So how is the potato harvest going?
Doing okay. Apart from the fact the harvester keeps getting full.
Yeah. Have you transported the potatoes already?
No, not yet. I haven't filled a trailer yet. I'm only 60 odd %.
The question is, do we have enough petrol and stuff? We have full diesel, full water, everything ready for the potatoes. All set.
All the potatoes. Nearly a full trailer of potatoes.
Yes. I can make some money here. Come on.
There's nearly a full trailer of potatoes.
How much is going into my trailer?
It's waning. "52% full. 52% full." You know what? I'm going to need some diesel for this harvester. Dun, dun, dun. Harvest income? Somebody sold something.
Somebody sold. I sold the steamed potatoes.
Steamed potatoes?
We still had 70,000 in our machine.
Sold 45,000 of them. I think I'll have about filled this trailer in a minute when I get to the bottom. When I'll be ready to go off to the potato washer with a full 150,000 litres on board. I'm sorry I didn't make any potato straw, I've just realised.
Potato straw, yeah. Also, for the cotton harvest, we didn't make any cotton straw.
Ooh.
Is the trailer full or does it need?
It'll be full in a minute. When I unload at the now, it'll be full. I'll have about filled that one. That one's full. And it's full. A lot of potatoes. You know what I reckon?
What?
I reckon if you had the right vet, it could get this chicken back on its feet again. I think if I had the right vet, he could make this chicken whole again.
Is it not done?
Oh no, it's done. It's definitely done. You can see its bones and everything.
Sounds like the guy who goes to the doctor with half a chicken. To see if he can help it.
Well, that was nice. What's for course number 2? What's for the main course?
Yeah.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
AFK.
That's a good cup of tea. Excellent cup of tea. And here we have the wild potato harvester of the Serengeti, currently feasting on its favourite food, potatoes. Not rarely seen. Every now and then I get a little bit closer. Turn around, wide eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. It's creepy and it's kooky, incredibly spooky. It's mysterious and ooky. The Adams Family. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. It's Halloween now, it'd be a good time to watch that film. I watched all the Friday the 13th movies this week. I've been watching them every night. I watched somebody doing like one of these like reviews. My first time watching Friday, and this woman was going on. It was a woman, girl, and she was watching Friday the 13th for the first time ever in her life. And she's like, I'm a millennial, I've never seen this film, don't know anything about it. And then she spends the whole film going on about Jason. Oh, Jason's gonna get them, Jason's watching them. And it's like, well, no, he's not even in the movie. So, for someone who claims not to know anything about the film, someone who doesn't watch films, she spends the whole watch along going on and on and on about a character from later in the series. I'm like, well, how do you know who Jason is? You've never watched any of the movies. All right through that. So it's a big day tomorrow. It's the big day. Big day tomorrow. It's the big Halloween day. Hope Mr. Helgi's got lots of spooky things planned.
What did I do?
I said, I hope you've got loads of spooky things planned for tomorrow with it being Halloween. I hope you've got a load of scary films ready to watch.
Halloween is not a thing we have in Germany, especially not old people like me. Halloween is a Irish thing or American thing.
Surely you must...
Like, same as Valentine's Day.
Yeah, there must be loads of scary films you want to watch.
You know, just look in the mirror.
All them horror movies that you watch once a year on Halloween. Just because it's tradition.
No. Like I said, there is no tradition.
That's very boring to me.
I look in the mirror and then I'm scared enough.
Don't look in the mirror, because that's when Candyman will get you.
Well, I need something to drink.
I did play a little bit of Friday the 13th, the game yesterday on PlayStation. Like the fact they've got this like challenge mode thing where you can go in as Jason and do like challenges to like recreate kills from the movies. Did like that. Waiting for the guy to crawl under his car to try and repair it, and you walk up and pull the car jack out and drop the car on his head. That was quite cool. It was quite an original kill. You know, I mean, I think they have created a game exactly suitable for colonel failure. Tear down. Tear down.
Or tear down, yeah. Bulldoze everything in the style of Ocean's 11.
Bulldoze every bit. Bulldozer Simulator.
Yeah, this looks like some Lego game, like Minecraft with smaller Minecraft pixels.
I'll tell you what I did do as well today. I did remember the name of the game that I was thinking of yesterday. The game that I kept saying, there's a new train sim game out. There's a new train sim game coming out. It's not train sim, it's tram sim.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's tram
There's a new
sim.
tram. There's a new tram sim with only one route.
And it has a COVID mode in the options. You can enable COVID in the game options.
Which means no multiplayer. What would that be?
I don't like these developers that are making COVID a game feature. It's like the new Football Manager, that when that comes out next month, that's going to have COVID in the game. And a load of COVID restrictions and stuff. I don't like that. It stops the games being fun if they're too much like real life. People don't play video games to experience real life. They play games to get away from real life.
When I look at the graphics in this game, Teardown, it looks like Lego to me.
Lego!
Even the trucks are Lego.
I don't mind the Lego games. Lego games are actually quite fun. I've never played any of the Lego games. Lego Batman was very fun. Lego Jurassic World, that was quite fun. I didn't really play Lego Star Wars. That wasn't really my thing. Heard good things about it. You can't go wrong with a bit of Lego Batman. Batman. And then they made Lego. Then they took Lego Batman and made it into a movie. How is it? It's just like insane.
I think I have one Lego game. What's it called? You see.
Lego Indiana Jones. Did they do Lego Indiana Jones? Or did they do Marvel? Is it Marvel Heroes or something?
I think it's not starting with Lego. Or was it in Epic? No. Or was it in Uplay? I mean, I have Batman Arkham Knight, but that's not Lego.
No, that's Rocksteady, that is.
But I haven't really played. I had played it 55 minutes. That's it.
Arkham Knight. That's probably about as long as I played Arkham Knight, to be fair. I didn't like Arkham Knight. Really didn't. Arkham Asylum, the first one, absolutely love that game. That game's really good because you're in an enclosed space. It's quite good. Arkham City was okay. I liked Arkham City. That was also a good game, but then that got a bit open world and a bit free roaming, and it didn't quite have the narrative driven approach.
They have a badge. They have an update for Professional Farmer.
Professional Farmer, Cottle and Craps. Hey, guess what? We've now added
revised selling prices.
We've now added more scenarios for you to do in career mode.
Good.
Which doesn't. But these scenarios are not to be confused with the ones that you've already done. in the tutorial and scenario section. They are completely different. Wink, wink. We're not asking you to do the scenarios again. Wink, wink. Because we don't actually have a proper career mode. Wink, wink. Hands on the steering wheel? You asked for it. We still haven't done it. Your characters will still drive with their arms attached 6 feet.
Are you making this up or are you reading it? Oh.
I'm making it up.
You're making everything up?
I'm making everything up.
Oh my god.
Because honestly, it would be better than whatever is in that patch. My made up patch is far better.
Yeah. Why do you know that?
Because my made up patch will actually add stuff to the game.
Oh really?
Yeah. In my patch, we've added 500 new pieces of equipment, ranging from tractors, to cultivators, to plows, to seeders.
So, which means in your stream you can now open the patch notes in English.
Patch notes in English. Patch notes. Today, update 1.02.6. This update brings, besides many smaller fixes and improvements, a further reworking of the sales prices and revenues. Wow, that's just what everybody's asked for.
See?
After your feedback, a 4th sales difficulty level has added realistic prices. In this level, all sales prices and proceeds have, well, completely realistic values. In addition, the bale prices have been significantly reduced and have been given their own difficulty multipliers. Fieldgrass and fieldgrass silage bales are now worth almost nothing. Great. You know, you spend all those hours now doing fucking grass and you get paid nothing. The biogas plant has received an extended revision and now uses much more realistic data as a basis for the revenue calculation. On the one hand, the ensiled fruit types now produce more real biogas quantities. And I like how they put in brackets after real, e.g. lower. So the biogas now produces lower biogas quantities. And on the other hand, the prices for the methane gas have been adjusted. The generated energy has been split into electrical and thermal energy with different prices. 1 kilowatt hell results in a base price of 0.143 euros. 1 kilowatt.
That's 14 cents.
1 kilowatt of thermal energy results in a base price of 0.03 euros.
3 cents.
The BGP control display has been adjusted accordingly. So basically, you're going to get 14 cents for 1 kilowatt of electrical energy and 3 cents for every kilowatt of thermal energy you produce. That doesn't seem like a lot to me.
No.
In addition, the BGA has received its own price multiplier. Now, there is now a fermentation period of 20 days, which means the money generated from the silage loaded into the bunker is only paid after this period. So you only get paid after 20 days? Scheiße. The BGA silos have a capacity of approximately 5,800 metres cubed. This corresponds to approximately 33.7 hectares of corn chaff. If you fill the silos completely over a season, you get approximately 55,200 euros on real difficulty, 110,400 euros on hard difficulty, 193,200 euros on medium difficulty, and 276,000 euros on easy difficulty. I know what difficulty I'm playing on. The same area planted with barley results in 18,000 bucks on real, 54,000 bucks on hard, 99,000 bucks on medium, and 144,000 bucks on easy. So that's like half. Jeez. They're just making this game a grind fest, aren't they?
Yeah.
Vehicles can now be cleaned at the contractor. The Class Jaguar and Class Tucano have received unload shoot rear view cameras that can be activated in the cockpit displays. We now have pipe cameras. Oh, that's brilliant. That's what we need. When grass grows back after a complete drying cycle and is then cut again, it no longer immediately dries.
The silage you put to the animal?
The animals.
Or shall we sell it
to
in
the
the farm
animals,
barn?
to the cows.
Sell it to the farm barn.
Cow. Hill types that can't be sold at the harbour are no longer displayed in the finance menu. Animals no longer spawn outside the boxes. Missing textures on the Deutsch far toe pin hitch added. All tractors and harvesters have received new animations for indicator, gear and direction levers. The protective rubbers no longer rotate to the wrong direction. The game crash.
Food machine is already full again.
The game crash during fast forwarding with rented equipment or loaned employees has been fixed. Yeah, I don't really like the sound of that update. Is there any way I can play the game without installing that?
Yeah. No? Yeah. I think you can tell Steam not to update.
Yeah, but then it'll do it anyway as soon as I try to play the game. It's just... they're just trying to make it a grind fest. I don't want to be a real
they want
farmer.
to make it realistic.
Yeah, but it's not realistic, is it? Because have you ever met a poor farmer?
They are all poor.
There's no such thing as a poor farmer. Sorry. So those realistic prices can't be that realistic because, like I say, I've never seen a poor farmer. They're always driving around in the big 4x4s. They've got all the latest tractors with all the latest gadgets.
I mean, with the Earth warming, I think their life is easier now. Everything grows earlier,
Exactly.
grows faster.
And if you do have any problems, like Millennial Farmer, you've just got to remember to turn the Seasons mod off. If you don't want to deal with the snow, Millennial Farmer, just turn the mod off. Just turn the mod off.
But why does he have to do with snow? Because he's in a shit country.
He's living too far north. Of all the places you could live in America, why would you pick Minnesota? Why would you pick me? You know, when you've got nice places like Texas and Florida and, you know, places where you get sunshine and nice weather, why would you pick fucking Minnesota?
Or maybe just a little bit more south. Be fine. You don't go to Montana to grow potatoes. You don't do that.
Right, so field 5 now needs to be fertilised and it needs to be ploughed.
Which field?
Field 5, the one I've just done the potatoes on. Mr. Helgi's currently in the process of filling up all the machines. It's quite a bit in the cow machine. I'm a bit concerned about the pig machine, I must be honest with you. We don't have any wheat, barley or oats. So I don't know how to fill the pig machine. And I don't think we've got any harvest coming anytime soon, have we? Of those crops?
Yeah, wheat harvest. When the rain stops.
Oh, field 11. Yeah. Field 11. Hey, guess what? We could do some mowing. All that alfalfa could be mowed while it's raining. And some alfalfa silage could be made and some stuff.
Yeah. Let's do field 5 first. Get more potatoes.
A lot of milk. So, now we've got milk. Do we need to have the cheese factory?
I guess it makes us money.
And where should I place the cheese factory?
Before it makes money, you have to spend money.
Place it. Place it down here. Bit of doodah land here.
Where is that?
Where the between field 32.
Yeah.
Look it in there.
Yeah.
Is that going to be in the way of our future plans for potatoes? We'll chuck it in there.
Still have space for them machines, right?
Yeah, still got loads of space. Still loads of placeable areas. There's another big area down here, look, at the bottom. There's another bit all the way over on the side there. So there's room on the maps. There's another area across the road from where the sunflower factory was that I could have put stuff on, really. It's dairy. Ah, what happened? Lag. Blame it on the lag. Lag. Cheese. Oh, I don't have to make pallets, do we? No, it just takes milk. That's okay then. I was wondering if I was going to have to put barrels or something in it. Or planks. Fortunately not. But at some point, I will need to get a plank factory. And I can put the wood chips in it. From the trees that I chopped down. There's field 6, all cultivated. There's field 78, all growing with canola. Here comes the plow. Here comes that plow again. Hey, look at Mr. Helgi. He's doing a David Blaine. He's out levitating in the field.
Again?
Get down from there, dude. You're going to break your neck. Dude. Does it look like he stood on my shoulders?
It's the levitation. The with cattle and crops, it's interesting, and it made me a little bit confused that when you do the spraying job, you can reduce the width of the sprayer.
Yes.
They ask you to do it to 15 meters.
You can turn off nozzles, can't you, on their
The
spray?
thing is, no, it's folding up, yeah, in this case also. But the thing is, if you say, okay, I want to spray a certain ratio, yeah, you do it with right bumper button and the right stick.
Yeah. Which is great
Yeah.
when you move around the whole entire wheel
But-
with the right
But
stick.
in order to change the width, you have to press A.
So you're pressing left button, right button, you're pressing pressing the stick, and then you've got to press the A button as well.
No, not as well. Not as well. Just the A button to change by increments. Yeah? I tried with right bumper and right stick, and you're looking at my balls. Huh?
You stood on my head.
At my feet.
You stood on my head.
How did I get there? How does the game gets me there? It's unbelievable. I've never been there. The grass is not growing.
It will do. Give it time. It is very nice. You'll never get this. You'll never get this. You will never get this. And then one time, he did get out of his cage, and he did get this.
When will I ever get to use the cultivator?
After we have harvested the wheat on field 11.
Maybe.
Or if you decide to do any cultivating contracts.
Maybe. But we can we harvest alfalfa?
Yeah, you can mow it. Definitely.
Sure.
Definitely.
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 In Italy. Definitely. Italy in Italy.
Definitely, Natalie.
Particularly.
So what part of this teardown game is the dovetail games?
Particularly is a word that people can't speak in England, and also statistics is a very difficult word for English.
It is indeed, yes, statistics.
Statistics.
Yeah, Lando can't say statistics.
Yeah, it's something. It's more a German word than an English word, I think.
Which you'd think he would be good at then, because his mother's Belgian.
Does he speak Flandern or French? Flandern is a part of Belgium where they speak sort of German. Yeah? It's sort of German.
I think he speaks German.
How can I get there? I have to sneak through.
Speaks Flemish.
Gate. I have to sneak through the gate. Can I? Yeah,
I know he speaks German because he says Scheiße a lot.
Well, that's not much of German.
It's the most critical word though. I'll learn the important ones. But yeah, he couldn't say statistics. So there's a video on YouTube of him being interviewed, And he
Yeah.
after a
You
race,
can't say that.
and he can't say statistics. So what he does, he keeps asking the person who's interviewing him to say statistics when he reaches the appropriate point. So Lando's talking, and then he'll nod his
Now it's
head.
your turn. Now it's
He'll
your
nod-
turn.
and the guy interviewing him goes statistics, and then Lando carries on, and he's like, "See, no one will ever notice. Seamless," he says. So the guy keeps adding the word for him.
Like a recorder. Shall I make some straw as well?
Potato straw,
No, alfalfa.
alfalfa straw.
Yeah, mowing alfalfa, making alfalfa straw.
Alfalfa straw is our favourite straw. Now I'm ploughing this field today, then we can look at making hay. I did notice though, surprising by its absence, on today's Farm Sim Mod Hub update, to round out the week and finish the week of uploads, we have not seen the Millennial Farmer map released yet. So I wonder if it failed testing. I wonder if it failed and got rejected. It definitely hasn't come out this week. It was supposed to be out this week. All the YouTubers were banging on about it being out this week.
Maybe only until it stopped snowing.
I think DJ Goham must have made about 50 videos this week going, Millennial Farmer map out this week. And it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's such a shame that it snowed on Millennial Farmer, because he was going to have Tillage Sam working with him for a few days. Tillage Sam rocked up to the farm with a 8RX tractor with a fancy new tillage machine on the back. But then of course it snowed and they can't use it.
Yeah, you should not be able to do alfalfa, hay, grass, whatever it is.
You can mow it, you can mow in the wet, you can mow in the rain.
Yeah,
You can't make hay in the rain, but you can mow in the rain. You could even collect grass swath in the rain. As I know from many years of experience.
My father always said you can't mow the grass when it's raining.
If you ever
in the garden, yeah, for example, because it sticks everywhere. But in the company we have robot mowers. They do it all day, even when it's raining. What I don't like about the robot mowers though is that they leave tracks on the grass field. That doesn't look nice.
If you ever wanted a really, really crap job to do at any time, the one I would recommend is to be the guy that has to drive the loading wagon on a golf course after your greenkeeper man has gone out and mowed the rough in the rain. You know, when he's gone to do the final cutting of the rough for the year in about late October, early November, and it's pouring down with rain, and he's cut all the rough, and you've got to go out in the loading wagon to pick all that cutting up
In the wet.
in the wet. Yeah, that is a shit job, I can tell you. That was shit.
You have to pick it up by hand, or?
No, the machine picks it up, but it's a crap job to do because you get absolutely wet through because the tractor doesn't have a roof on it, doesn't have a cab.
Okay.
Because you've got it, and because the mower goes around all the trees, you've got to go round all the trees, which means you're getting whacked in the face constantly by wet conifers. And if you don't do it, you get all the golfers moaning at you because they keep losing their ball in all the all the grass cuttings. They can't find the balls, so it has to be done. Yeah, it was crap. I hated that. That was the one job that if I tried to always find out when it was going to be done. I always used to try and find out when the greenkeeper was going to do it, and I made sure that whole week I booked holiday. I took vacation that week. Round about the same sort of time when we did stock take as well. That would be worth taking vacation for as well.
Counting balls.
Yeah. Doing the stock take.
Counting the grass leaves.
I remember that. I remember doing that as well when I as I say, when I was doing the engineering back in my very younger days. When we had stock take in the factory as well. Oh, that was a nightmare. You'd start at 6 o'clock in the morning and you'd still be there at 10 o'clock at night.
No.
And then you'd probably have to do Saturday and Sunday as well. You tried to get the most of it done, but I remember one year I did the counting part of it, and then after doing the counting part, I got roped into doing the auditing part as well. And I was with this woman from the accounts department who clearly doesn't do stock taking very often, or hadn't done it in an engineering factory type situation before, because she would go up, she'd go through the, she'd go into the stores, go up to a shelf and grab a bucket, a tub, which contained probably 10,000 parts,
And counted them.
and she wants to count them and check them.
Instead of just weighing it.
Well, you could weigh it as well, yeah. I mean, we weighed things, but still, it's like, it's fucking 10,000 fucking parts. 10,000. There's 10,000 nuts in that tub, woman.
But you're not counting them. It's stupid.
It's like it's.
You would check, are they all the same, and then weigh them. Yeah. Let's say weigh 100 and then weigh the whole bucket.
Well, yeah, that's how
Weigh
you do
50
it.
bucket, weigh the full bucket.
That's how you do it. But she would go down every rack, every row, and grab the bucket of 10,000 fucking bits. Me, I'd go down the rack, I'd find the bucket which had 2 bits in it. 1, 2. Yep, that's correct. Sign that one off. That's it. Don't have to do any more of this row. They can count. The person who did this rack can count. Look. 1, 2. Perfect.
Yeah. So you counted 10,000, probably correct, yeah? Yeah, I mean...
I'd walk down the road, grab the empty bucket and go, let's count this one. Nothing.
I mean, I've done that also with different companies, and then you have a list there must be so and so many of this in there. Then I look in, it looks okay. Hook. Looks about right. Never counted them. Looks about right. No, but if you want to check it, count it, asshole. Yeah? And then if they come back later and say, we checked and there were too many. But okay, corrected, fine. You counted it. I never counted it. But you have to count it. Why? You are counting it. It's good enough. As long as one is counting it. Bullshit. So several years later, the company goes bankrupt. It was probably not because of the too many. It was a different issue.
Well, the thing that always made me laugh was we'd do the stock take first week of April as part of the the first week of the new financial year. We'd do the stock take.
Okay, when it was April in your case, yeah.
So right at the beginning of April, I could guarantee after doing the stock take at the beginning of April, when I ran my discrepancy report on the last day of April, I'd have loads of issues. I'd have loads of discrepancies to have to go and investigate.
Hmm.
You know,
And we also, I worked in the company. They said, okay, we have to do this stock take next week. Get rid of all the loose items because we don't want to count them. They throw them away. They threw half the stock away just because they didn't want to count it.
and the best of it was, I had a manager that couldn't understand what the discrepancy report showed. And the number of times I tried to explain it to him, and he, could guarantee every month I'd have to explain it to him. He'd be like, "What's this? What's this here? Oh, that's that first item on the list. That's a hydraulic valve. Why is it on the list? Well, it's on the discrepancy list because you have sold this month 25 of them. Okay, yeah, but the problem is we didn't have 25 of them to sell." So how did you sell 25 items that we didn't have? Well, we must have had them. Oh yeah, we must have had them. So why weren't they on the stock file? Because I'm now showing minus 25 of these. And how is it we have minus 25 of them when we just had a stock check at the beginning of the month? Did someone forget to count them? And then did somebody write them off?
The best stock is always the black market stock, The boxes where they have stuff left over, which is not registered and doesn't exist. And you cannot count it during the stock count unless you want to get mad. Do hide this box. Nobody can count it. Oh, I mowed some grass.
The funniest one though was when I worked for Curry's PC World. We used to do the stock take in the store, but it was so funny because the manager, he would come along as you're entering all the bits and bobs. Because obviously you'd get in the shop, it was easy because you had these little barcode scanners. You'd just go around and scan everything, and then you'd take the scanner to the computer, plop it on the desk, and it would download it. So you weren't actually having to physically count anything. You were just having to scan everything. The computer did all the counting. But then what the boss would do, he would be sneaky. He would have a look at the stock report and go, "Oh look, we've got 50 of that item. Well, I'll tell you what we do. We'll say we only found 35. Okay.
Why?
Why? Well,
Stolen.
the simple thing is, he says the reason we say we only found 35 is that then in a couple of weeks' time, when you're back doing your normal PI counts, you can find 15 and we'll be writing and we'll be adding to our stock. I'm like, what purpose does that do? He goes, well, it makes up for the stuff we lose. I'm like, I'm just confused. Well, normally when you do your PI counts in the store, you find out you've lost a load of items because you've had people stealing it. You've had shoplifters stealing it. And the problem is that if you write off in a single week more than X amount, you get the regional manager on the phone wanting to know why you've written off X amount. So what the manager liked to do, he liked to have a load of stock sitting in a corner somewhere that he could write on when he needed to offset what we was writing off. Because he didn't want to have to face the regional manager. which is crazy. It's like, yeah, those 10 televisions, just put them to one side. We won't say we found them in the stock tape, but we'll write them back on again in a couple of weeks' time.
Who would be able to steal a television? Hiding in the pants.
Well, the funny thing is, you say that, but actually, it's very easy to steal a television.
What?
And one of the most common times of the year that televisions got stolen was over the Christmas holiday, from Boxing Day onwards. Because you had a load, typically in the UK on Boxing Day, everybody goes crazy into the shops because you know, the shops have been closed for one day, so everybody goes absolutely panic mad on Boxing Day, thinking there's also going to be lots of great discounts and sales. Normally there's loads of TVs, certainly in a place like Curry's PC World, there's loads of TVs on sale in the Boxing Day sales. And normally, because of that, the stores have received extra stock. So we have these great big bulk piles all around the shop of these TVs. So of course, what do people do? The customers come in, they walk up to the TV, they pick it up, and they carry it to the front of the store, where you presume they go to the till and pay for it. Some customers, though, just keep walking. just walk out the front door with their TV.
Nobody notices.
Nobody notices because there's that many people coming in and out, and there's that many people in the store that everybody's busy. The managers are running around like headless chickens, trying to, as soon as a sales colleague is free, get the next customer over to them. So, yeah. People, if you want any free stuff, Boxing Day's the time to get it. If you want it free from Curry's and PC World, that's my insider tip. Boxing Day. You want a new washing machine? You can walk out with one of those too. There'll be a big pile of them in fact, there'll be a big pile of them right inside the door. You ain't even got to walk into the store. You just got to go in the door, poke your head around the corner. There you go, grab a washing machine. On your way.
And then claim the warranty. No, I lost my invoice. But that's the washing machine from your store.
I remember on Christmas Day morning at 3 a.m, just as we're about to leave the store to go home to spend Christmas Day with our families, because obviously as soon as the shop closed on Christmas Eve, we had to get all the Boxing Day stuff put in place and get all the sale stuff put in place. So we didn't get to go home till like 4 a.m. on Christmas Day morning.
Wow. And
I remember the boss asked us one Christmas Eve, how could we, you know, make sure that, you know, we don't lose too much stuff this year? what would be the best way to make sure we don't lose and get tons of stuff stolen, like TVs, washing machines? I said, well, very simple. Don't put it on the shop floor. Keep it in the warehouse. I says, and also, when you've sold it, once the customer's bought it and paid for it, instead of taking it through the shop, through all the hundreds of people milling about and all the customers, I says, why not get your customer with his receipt to drive round to the back of the shop and we will give it to them from the warehouse door. We will stamp the receipt, we'll check the receipt against the product before we give it to them, so make sure we give them the right one, and then we'll stamp the receipt. I says, and then you're not having to try and drag washing machines and fridge freezers and 65-inch plasmas through a crowded shop of people into a car park that's absolutely rammed.
But he wants to display the products for the people to see.
Well, we have products on display. Every single product is on display. We unbox one of every item and have it on display.
Yeah.
You don't need 30 fucking brown cardboard boxes full of TVs on display.
No, you don't have to put them in the store as well. Saves time as well. Saves some storage room in the shop.
I says also, it makes it a lot easier for us warehouse guys, because again, when the customer pulls up round the back of the store, we've got all the room in the back rear yard to be able to, load the car. When he's in a parking space in a car park with 1,000 other cars, it can be quite difficult trying to squeeze between 3 or 4 cars with a fucking washing machine to get to his car.
But he never did it. Huh?
No, we did do it. We did it every year until I left. I don't know if they still do it.
But that's probably a good idea. Did it work?
Yeah, well, yeah, it definitely worked. We didn't have so much stuff stolen. Certainly not TVs and washing machines. We might have had other stuff stolen, but they've all been small stuff. But I tell you what, we still got some very weird people. We still got some very weird folks. You know. I mean, I remember one year this couple bought a 65-inch plasma TV. They bought a home theatre kit with these great big speakers on stands, a Blu-ray player, and everything. And then they're like, okay, we'll. So of course the person on the person on the cash desk said, okay, drive around to the back of the store, and the warehouse people will bring the stuff out to you. So there we are, stood there waiting with this 65-inch plasma, this home theatre kit, this Blu-ray player and everything, and this freaking couple turn up in like this freaking Fiat Panda. And this couple weren't exactly on the small side. Let me say that.
Wait, Mr. Bean did it as well. Yeah, Mr. Bean did it. They watched Mr. Bean.
You know, I don't know how we got everything in that car with them in the car. I know they were pretty much over the steering wheel with the plasma TV over their heads.
You can have the plasma TV outside the car and hold it through the window while driving. Oh my God.
I mean, literally, what happened was they rolled up, they got out the car, they brought us the receipt. So obviously we checked the receipt. We checked all the items. We stamped the receipt. Then the couple got back in the car, and then we loaded everything in around them.
Yeah, maybe they didn't even have a room or a flat to fit everything they bought.
And I know the telly, we opened the boot of the car and slid the telly in through the back all the way up, and the edge of the box was pushed right up against the windscreen. It was over their heads. And
So it was not very safe, you say?
It wasn't very safe, no.
Driving that car.
And as
if they had an accident and rolled over.
and as they drove away, as they pulled out the yard and we was watching them go, my colleague Ben turns to me and says, "Well, that's all okay, but who's going to help them get out of the car when they get to where they're going?" Because they couldn't actually get out of the car because we had basically wedged and packed everything in around them. They were going to need somebody at the home to unload the car before they could get out.
Phone somebody. Can you rescue us? Both got stuck.
Both crash into the fence. Both crash into the gate to avoid crashing into each other.
Which we did.
Sounds like thunder. Thunder. Thunder, 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 cats, thunder, cats. Oh. I just realised I've ate all my chicken now. I was going to have some chicken and I can't because I've ate it.
You see? You're not hungry anymore?
No, I am hungry. That's why I was just going like, I ought to have some chicken. I can't because it's gone. Might have to have some sweets. Might have to have some sweeties. Because that's the only thing. I was doing all right. I was. I'd gone all day, perfectly fine. And then they said chippy tea. I've had my chippy tea, and now I'm hungry. Once you start eating, you can't stop. Yeah, all day long, I hadn't been bothered. Hadn't even thought of food. I'd been food for werewolves quite a lot of the day. I can see me needing to go and make myself some sandwiches in an hour or two.
Where do you drop this stuff?
I am dropping it into the alfalfa silage machine.
Wow.
Alfalfa silage. It is very
And that
nice.
is on which farm?
On our farm.
Is this the silo behind our silo?
Silo behind the silo. Yes. One with the purple roof on it. I think it's purple.
Purple roof, purple roof.
Copyright.
Hi, Prince.
Copyright. I'm full. Field 12 gives a good yield. Gives a good yield. getting a decent amount of alfalfa. Yes, it has a purple roof, look. Purple squares. I still can guarantee I'll get it confused every single time with the silage fermenting station in my single player game. Because I have the two silos next to each other, the normal silage fermenter and the alfalfa one. Guarantee you, every time I go to unload, I go to the wrong one. If I've got grass, I go to the alfalfa machine. If I've got alfalfa, I go to the silage machine. I'm like, oh.
You have to change that.
Yeah, don't put them close together would be the obvious answer. But then we run into the issue like I did the other evening. When I was doing whatever it was I was doing the other evening. Where literally every single trailer I delivered to the wrong point. Wrong place.
Yeah.
What was we doing? Because I remember I took some to the farm barn, I took some to the silage machine, I took some to the... I was like, this is all supposed to go in the farm silo, but I haven't actually delivered a single trailer yet. I've delivered everywhere but... We must have been doing straw or something. Must have been.
It was a contract, yeah.
I don't like it when the windrowers leave bits. I always think the pickup on the windrower needs to be just a little fractiony bit wider.
What windrower?
On the loading wagon, you know what I mean.
Ah,
You know what I mean. We need the pickup width extending and making wider on these machines.
oh, it's fine.
I know you missed the one which had the actual sticky out arm bits. I know you used to like that mod.
Holy cow, yeah.
You used to like that shoot maker. Was it
That
shooter
was
maker?
so weird.
I've since seen that the guy who made that has actually...
done this whole field in 5 minutes maximum.
You would.
Except that you need to unload all the time.
What I have seen is the guy that made that mod...
60,000 liter capacity for that. That was also a bigger capacity, 100,000.
Yeah, it was a bigger capacity.
Otherwise, it makes no sense.
But the guy that made that mod, he's actually come out with 2 new ones now. He's done a baler which has the sticky out arms, square baler, and he's also done a round baler with built-in wrapper with sticky out arms. So you can bale a field in 5 minutes. I've been testing those out in single player. They work really nicely. I must admit.
I wonder if they have something like that in real life.
lag in your camera. Is there lag in the camera? Might be lag on the stream. Doesn't look like there's lag in the camera. Although, to be fair, I have streamed a lot today already. So, there's a chance my internet could be starting to struggle a little bit with the amount I've uploaded today. And I ain't finished yet because I've still got to upload the Formula 1 video for tomorrow. I rendered it last night. I meant to upload it last night, but I forgot. I rendered it and then I kind of must have fell asleep because I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I haven't uploaded the video. I haven't made the thumbnail yet for it. Yeah. I think what's confused me is the fact that it's Friday and there hasn't been any F1 today. That's confused me. It didn't put me in the right mindset. I'm not used.
Formula 1 this weekend?
No, there is. There is Formula 1 this weekend. But it's only this weekend. There's no practice Friday.
Okay.
There's no practice day. Imola is just going to be Saturday, Sunday. Qualifying and race. No practicing. That could make it very interesting. Because it's a circuit they've not driven on for many years. Certainly none of the new hybrid era cars have driven on it. So teams aren't going to have a lot of data.
Why don't they have practice then? When they need it?
Because the circuit didn't offer it. When the F1 guys were looking for circuits that they could hold a race at, Imola said, you can come and race here, but you will only be able to race Saturday, Sunday. We are not offering you any Friday or weekday running. Take it or leave it. And the Formula 1 owners said, we'll take it because we need to have a race. We need to get as many races as we can. The teams will just have to make do with not being able to practice beforehand. So I bet all the drivers have been getting their old games consoles out. And they've all been loading up their old racing games from the 90s. Somebody's got vacuumed.
Well, exactly the opposite. Inflating something.
Not your new girlfriend, is it?
Yeah, it's my new girlfriend. It's for the threesome tonight. Had to cut my fingernails.
Fingernails.
That no explosion happens. You know. We are done with the field.
Alfalfa.
Not sure if I can make the whole line. Now 80%, 85%,
Alfalfa.
90%, 95%. No, I think I leave a little bit over here. Need to take that. Yep. Can't get the whole line.
wonder as one day as an experiment, what happens if you harvest the alfalfa field using a proper harvester? Do you get a different crop?
Do you think it's possible to do it?
I think, yeah, I'm wondering if you, instead of alfalfa window, I wonder if you actually get like alfalfa. You know?
And alfalfa straw.
I don't know about alfalfa straw, but I wonder if you definitely get alfalfa. Because alfalfa is definitely a fill type on this map, but I haven't seen it yet. Doesn't seem to be sold anywhere or bought anywhere apart from at Agraz Land Trade. Doesn't seem to be worth a lot of money.
But how we do it, we don't produce alfalfa, right? Is the... Oh, it's full. The machine is full.
What's full?
Silo.
Alfalfa fermenting silo or the silo?
The alpha fermenting silo.
Chuck it in the silo.
I will try to give it to the sheep. Maybe they eat it as well.
Cows should eat it too. The cows might have a load already though, that's the thing.
The sheep had it all. Everything I had left.
He's given it all. He's given it his all, everybody.
The winner takes it all. The loser standing small.
How are the greenhouses doing?
No idea.
Are they okay for manure? Been a couple of days since I checked. Do I need to get the bucket and shovel out and start doing the cows and the sheep? And the chickens to get the manure to put in the greenhouses.
Be right back.
You eagle-eyed viewers out there as well, you'll notice I removed that pesky tree that was giving me an headache every time I was mowing and stuff that field. I removed the tree. I chopped it down. One day I will use its wood chips to make loads of money. Not today. When I take it all. All the crone equipment. Run. Let's check. Check the greenhouses. Check the greenhouses.
Press check the greenhouse.
47%. 47% and 47%. They're less than half full, all of them. Just under half full. Who's got a trailer? Who's got a trailer? Got a trailer.
The trailer is next to the barn.
Who's got a trailer? Trailer is next to the barn. No, it's not. It's next to the farm straw sales.
Yeah, fine.
This isn't really going to work, is it? Weight off the front to put the milling machine on. What a disaster. But I'm not going to take the weight off and put it in the grass and then not be able to find it again. Let's not do that. Let's put the weight on the concrete. There you go. And then don't knock it over. Because, you know, makes it very difficult to... unfold the milling machine. Wipe out the milling machine. Oh, I get to make mince again, don't I?
What?
Make mince meat again by driving into the sheep.
You like doing that, right?
It's not bad. It's a quick way to empty it. It's a little bit, but I actually prefer doing it this way than using a conveyor belt.
Oh, yeah.
Because the conveyor belts are a bit of a pain because you've got to keep moving them to empty the whole pit. So it's much easier just to drive this tractor in there with this thing on the front and it fills the trailer. I mean, obviously, if you've got really, really massive bunkers, like the ones we had on La Coronella, then you might want to get the mouse thing that we used for doing the compost with. Because that was very useful for doing the compost.
Right.
And Mr. Helgi's got corona again.
Yeah.
That's about the 12th time this week he's had corona. He's got medical science baffled because they were pretty sure you could only get it once.
It's not called COVID-12, it's called COVID-19. So it's another 7 times.
In the cows as well.
Uh-oh, missed a bit. You missed alfalfa.
I missed alfalfa.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure somebody mowed a load of grass at the end of one of the rows
Oh,
there.
no, it was alfalfa on the bottom of field 12.
Someone's put grass all over the mud.
No, it's on the field, alfalfa.
All right. Well, the next time we mow it, and we've tedded it, and we've windrowed it all, it'll be fine. And you know what? I can't get in that gate because those milk churn pot things have got serious freaking collision boxes on them, which stop me from being able to get in. So I'm gonna have to go in through this gate here and hope that wheelbarrow doesn't have collisions on it. Otherwise, I can't get in there with the milling machine. Oh.
Well, you don't need the milling machine, do you?
How else
You can leave it out.
Well, how am I going to empty the manure?
Huh? Chop it? Ah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've got to come in here with the tanker soon to empty the slurry, don't forget as well. Got to get the slurry out of that pit. Bringing the tanker in here. You'll be bringing the tanker in.
Bring the small one.
Yeah, because the small one with all 12,000 litres that it can hold, or 8,000 litres if it's not modded, which I don't think it is. So I think it only holds about 8,000 litres. That's quite a few trips you'd have to do with the small tanker to the BGA. And you were complaining about the digestate the other night, taking ages.
Yeah.
Like I say, we just need to get a big pipe and a pump that goes straight from the digestate pipe to the cell point.
Yeah. Let's dig a hole. Just dig a pipe.
What? I've nearly got 40,000 litres of manure just from the sheep and the cows.
Don't kill the cows. Uh-oh. Kills the cows.
All right. Once you've sliced and diced them, you just let the meat dry, and you've got jerky ready made. Beef jerky, some nice tender chunks.
It's not called beef scratching, or what's it called?
No, they don't do beef scratchings, they do pork scratchings. Pork scratchings are nice.
Why am I driving so slow?
Hey, what should I do on Farm Sim? Anything you want?
I was driving and braking.
Anything you want. That's the great thing about Farm Sim. Map's your sandbox. Your map is your sandbox.
You can do tractor racing.
You could do tractor racing, yeah. Horse racing. If you've got a Hellgetters, of course, in your pen.
You can do farm Olympia stuff. How
Nice,
fast can you
nice
load
cotton
a bale?
harvest. Do a nice cotton harvest. Do some sugar cane. Do some poplar. All very fun activities, those. Don't take you very long to do either. So all the greenhouses are filled with manure. We need to get some water in them next.
I can take the water tank.
You're going to do mowing. Well, mowing's always a good place to start.
Is it Peter?
I don't think it's Peter.
He would know what to do.
Mowing gives you options because obviously you can do grass, you can do hay, you can do silage. So mowing's a good way of getting a couple of different things going at the start and letting you make a little bit of money without having to fork out a lot in expensive equipment. And then obviously once you've got comfortable with the mowing, then you can start to move on to other aspects of field work. Somebody's getting the water. That's Mr. Helgi filling up.
We probably don't need that much water, right?
You know the mod for Mower Pack? Mower Pack. I probably have seen a Mower Pack mod. I tend not to use a Mower Pack mod. I find usually just the in-game mowers sufficient for me. The Crone tends to be pretty decent. The only other mower mod I've ever used is the big Crone mower. The Jack Moose mower. No, I've not used that. I've not used that. Tends to be... Those types of mods tend to be too small for me. They tend to be too small. They're a little bit, you know, specific to... You need If you've got small fields, it's great. If you've got, you know, great big massive fields like, you know, we have on this map, you're not going to want to mow it with a jack moose mower or something like that, because you'd be there forever. It'd take you days. It would take you days. You know, get a Krone Swadro mower that can do 18 meters. And tow that behind a tractor, and then follow behind that with the equivalent windrower. Sanity. Saves you sanity. I mean, I think the smallest mower I've ever used in this game is that little 4-strip one. That little, like, antique-looking tractor thing. That was quite fun. When we used that on Ballydawn. That's nice. But you can't go wrong with your Krone Big M450, or if you can find it, the Krone Big M500. That's another good mod. It's a bit bigger than that one. I think it's like 13 meters, which is nice. Thanks, zooming up and down your fields. Very, very fast. Our grass is still growing. It's not quite emerged yet.
Can I put the rest of the water in the silo?
You could do. I think you can put water in the silo, yeah. Sure you can. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
It takes liquid fertilizer and things like that, so I imagine it should go in the silo.
It doesn't allow me to put it in now.
Doesn't? Oh, no. You used to be able to. Stevie's probably changed it then.
Put the water then.
On Fenton Forest, you could store water in the silo.
Can I drop water somewhere where I pick it up? No.
You sell water anywhere. If you've got a load of water in the machine, in the tanker, you might have to go and sell it. If we can sell water on this map. Has Stevie's not took that away, has he? Used to be able to sell water at the animal dealer. Yeah, you can. You can still sell it at the animal supplies. You don't get a lot of money for it, $84, but as soon as it didn't cost you anything, it's still $84 for 1,000 litres. And then if you drive down there, empty the water, you can always then just swing across the road into the BGA, grab a tank full of digestate to bring back with you, and then you've paid for your trip. You've paid for your fuel. And you've made even more profit. No doubt the steamer and washer will take some water, won't they?
Yeah, still not empty. Because I wanted to take some milk actually down to the
cheese factory. If you go to the cows and start filling up with milk, does it overwrite the water?
You think so?
Does it delete the water out of the trailer and let you fill it up with milk? I think it does. Doesn't it?
Maybe then I fill up with more water first. Huh? Or is it removing the water in this case? Should that be a trigger somewhere?
Yeah, it's this yellow boxy area here, isn't it?
I'm not getting a trigger.
Oh, you haven't got to come into here, have you?
Can you open the gate?
Not going to drive in here, have you, to fill up with your milk? Could be why.
Why is there a trigger outside then?
That's for the machine, the sell point, the selling machine. Is that the fill point? Is that where you're filling up? Your milk?
Might not get a trigger because I'm full of water.
It should, no, it should be here. It should be out here where these two pipes are.
Yeah. But it doesn't give me a trigger.
No, you should just hit L3 and start filling. But if you're full of water, you might not be able to. If you've got more than 10% water in the tanker, it probably doesn't let you.
It's 11%. I fill the little one. Does it not take that much? Is it 1,000 liters or what?
The little tanker, I think it's only about 8,000.
8? Is it already full?
Must be. 7,300 litres is what the little tanker holds.
I'm now down to 10%.
Nervous tractor again.
Now 7%. It's not allowing me. Milk. No milk today, man. Copyright.
Mm. 70,000 litres of TMR.
Mine.
Need to have a look and see what I can load the pig food machine up with. Because it stopped running at the minute. 75,000 litres of barley somewhere, so that can go in it. 697 litres of wheat and 7,000 litres of oats. So put a little bit in there. TMR out.
Now I'm getting some lag again.
Lag, 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 lag. Nickel. On the soybeans. oats that we're kind of missing. Oats. Now the machine's fired up again. Put barley in there. Magic number. Now officially are out of stock. Cheese factory. Oh, he's driving off to. Yeah, the animal dealer. Is he selling the water?
$5,000.
$1,000, and then, like I say, tank of digestate coming back the other way.
Yeah, a round trip for 15,000 maybe.
Can't believe it's still raining. Been raining all day. Really halted our progress because we was going to have the massive wheat harvest to do. Massive wheat harvest.
That'll happen tomorrow. It's 10:30.
We've got, yeah. For those of you in the future. Did anything exciting happen in the last hour for you, Mr. Helge? Anything noticeable? Anything, you know, that maybe...
The last?
Yeah, anything that would I could maybe put a bet on. So, like, if something happened at 10 o'clock for you, that gives me half an hour to put a bet on, and then I can get paid.
Okay. No, that doesn't work this way.
Because that's what all you people in the future should be able to tell us these things.
Yeah.
It's like on Sunday. On Sunday, if you could just let me know who wins the Grand Prix, you know, before it actually starts, I can get.
I can tell you that Corona goes up and up and up.
Corona's on the rise. It's on the rise. So the fastest way to get to the cheese factory from our farm will be to go down the road to the main road, but then as you come out of the farm road, you turn right and go left and head into town that way, and then you can go into the cheese factory and then you come back. What you don't want to do is come down the main farm road and turn right, because then you're going to be driving the long way round to get to the cheese factory. And I'm going to take a quick bio break. Push the button. Open the button. Still raining.
Yeah, the milk is the trigger outside where the pipes are.
Still thundering as well. Milk. We have milk.
So the quickest way is down this road. I would then go left here.
You've gone the wrong road.
I could go this way.
Well, yeah, you could go that way. Then you need to drive down the little country lane between fields 22 and 24. When you get to the next bend in the road, you actually need to go right.
This takes me too far east, right?
You need to go right now. And then you need to go right again in the next possible moment.
Right again.
Right again.
Here?
Yeah. And then you need to go right when you get to the sheds. And little.
Left.
Must be able to see it now.
Need to go left.
Right, left, middle.
The other left.
Yeah, the other left. Go the other left. Go in there, and you can unload. And then I would say, as you come out of there, you want to go left. And then you want to go right. And then you come straight back up then.
See where I unload.
Should just be driving and tip there. Driving and unload.
Is any cheese ready?
Cheese. There's 14,000 litres of milk. In the red. Its effectiveness is at 100%. Effectiveness is at 100%. Cheese.
So now you program it for a daily routine to pick up milk and put it down to this factory.
Or at least when we have a tanker's worth of milk. When we have, like, you know, a full 60,000 litres. You're not driving there with a near empty tanker.
Well, I could take some digestate.
Well, you could, yeah, I suppose, actually, if you came out of...
Maybe that's quite good. Maybe they can make cheese out of digestate.
The shop now, you see, if you'd carried on straight through the town, you could have gone to the BGA and then come back.
I want to go to the BGA. Ah, I'm in the wrong place. Ah, see? Now I go to the BGA back again.
Back again, no matter what. And they've already made 128 litres of milk while you've been gone.
Wow.
128 litres of milk. That's 64 of these bottles full of milk in that short time.
Do you have 2-liter bottles?
Did, but it's now empty. I've run out of pop. Oh no. I don't think I've got any in my box. No, it's an empty box. Big box, that. Big box. Big packaging. You don't want to know what was in it. You don't want to know what was in it.
All them graphics cards.
No. In that big box, there was one packet 2 packets.
Oh, 1,000,000 calories. Wow.
Well, calories per
You know what
per 100 grams, it's 516 calories. So times that, so 516 times 10 is 5,160 calories in that bag.
Oh my God.
And in this bag, you've got 4,800 calories.
You know, with so much calories, you can move mountains.
I can. Which is funny because I can't move myself.
And the calories are these little animals that sew your clothes smaller.
I guarantee you, I eat all those calories, I won't be able to get out of this chair. Move mountains, possibly, if you could wheel me to the mountain and I might be able to have a go at it. What a lousy day on the farm. It's raining.
Stop it.
Managed to do a bit of potato harvesting, done a bit of alfalfa in, but really today's been a bit of a washout. Can't even really buy anything. Sugarcane harvester. How much is a sugarcane harvester going to cost us? 300,000 bucks for the sugarcane harvester. Going up in price all the time. It could be as high.
This buyer of digestate is a Halsabschneider.
Who
We call him a Halsabschneider. It's like a neck cutter.
Ah.
He's giving us not enough money. Call it Halsabschneider.
He's fleecing us a bit then.
First time we paid more than 10,000.
Is digestate price good at the minute then? Probably.
No, 8,400 only. Oh, we can put the milk in the milk condenser machine.
In the long life, yeah, the homogenized long life milk. Got all about that. Forgot all about the long life machine.
Pay for that.
How much did I pay for the long life machine? Been sat there for a while. I paid 20 grand for it. 20 grand for that machine and we ain't used it yet.
Also, biodiesel has a good price.
Yeah, need lots of canola for that.
That's another big machine. So, soy drink? What's that? Holy cow.
That's water and soybeans.
Cheese is paying good, yeah. And what about this? Haarmilch. H milk.
You see, now I've run into that problem. There are too many animal pens. Please sell some first. So before I can buy any more factories and place any more buildings, I'm going to have to install another mod that removes the limit on how many buildings you can have.
What building do you want to buy now?
Well, I was thinking biodiesel factory, and then I was going to maybe chuck in the soy drink factory, and then I was going to add the boards and barrels
Yeah,
factories.
we don't need all that at the moment.
We don't.
Later, we have
Yeah.
more fields.
Nice to have
And
them
we
eventually, but to be able to have them eventually, I'm still going to need to add the mod that removes the limit on how many animal pens you can have.
If you add the mod now, you buy the factories now. You have to concentrate.
I've been expanding the farm very efficiently. You said that yourself the other night. I've been doing it very well.
But not, yeah, now maybe it's the time to slow down a bit.
Now's probably the time to think about maybe buying pigs. Having some piggies in our pig pen.
We have enough food, right?
Pig food, we currently are sitting on 273,300 litres. And the thing, of course, about pigs is you don't have to go mental and buy 5,000 at once. And what colour pigs should we have? That's the question.
They grow quickly.
What colour piggies should we have?
What is this? Is this food or what is it called? Pig food?
Pig food.
Is it called pig food?
It's between digestate and lime.
Digestate?
Worth
Why is it
$826 at the animal supplies.
Food then? That is between mix TMR and wood chips. That is food. What is that?
There is forage. There is forage.
Forage. Okay, it's called footer, like food.
Yeah, forage. Forage is when you haven't.
You can feed them animals with that as well.
Yeah, forage basically is when you don't mix the total mix ration correctly. When you get the percentages wrong, you end up with forage instead of TMR.
But is it forage that you get when you do forage harvesting on the cornfield?
No, that is chaff.
Okay.
Which obviously doesn't show up on the price screen because you can't sell chaff. We need some piggies. Have we had any baby cows yet? Hard to tell. Got to go into this menu. We have. We've had 2 baby cows. Next one.
We need another loading wagon or something. Another trailer.
Tractor trailer.
Because we need one here, I guess. You have one somewhere? Where is it?
The green one I've parked at the farm barn again. I'll put it back at the farm barn. And we've got that stupid little one, which is no really use to anybody.
Well, you can sell it.
I think the Aperion is 52,000 litres. Which is 7,000 litres bigger than the trailer we've got now. That's the biggest one we can get. Ours is 45, yeah. So the largest trailer we can get is 52,000.
And the one we have is 45,000.
I'm almost tempted to sell that one as well and just buy another Aperion and have two.
Wait a minute. Full of potatoes?
Don't sell it. Don't sell it with potatoes. Well, obviously, the correct way to sell the trailer is to take it to the shop because you'll get more money for it. Do not sell it from the garage menu because you don't get any money for it.
Well, I can't sell it probably.
You can. You've got permissions.
Yes, I have.
You've got
Really?
full permissions. Yeah. I'll use that excuse. I can take the other trailer, the other stupid little trailer, and sell it. I could if I could remember where I left my freaking tractor. That part of my tractor. There. It's next to the harvesters. Couldn't see for looking. Could not see for looking.
So you have bought one or two of these
I
new
bought
ones?
one so far. I will buy another one once I'm down at the shop. And then I can bring it back with me. Once I've sold this other little tiny stupid trailer. So we've got sugar cane growing. We've got... Hey, the good thing about the sugar cane is that we can harvest it 3 times before we have to reseed.
Ah, okay.
Sugar cane regrows, so we get 3 harvests out of it before we have to dig it up and plant something new. So that's going to be a lot of sugar cane. That's going to be a lot of sugar cane. That sugar factory is going to love us. Sugar beets, sugar beets, sugar beets. Rain has stopped playing today. What I should have done, or should have bought one of them. Then I should have sold the front bit back and just kept the bit on the back bit, as a trailer. Because I bet that's got a higher capacity. That's probably rocking at about 60,000 litres or something silly. All our factories. It's already made a pallet of crisps. Look at me. Crisp factory churns them out.
All them people in home office eat a lot of crisps. Or is it chips?
Crisps if you're from this part of the world. Only Americans call them chips, and chips are completely different. Chips are what you get
No,
from the chip shop that you have with fish. The crisps.
We call them chips.
You do it wrong. Sorry. You're wrong.
And the where are you driving to?
I was going to go to the shop, but I kind of missed my turning, so now I've got to go all the way around the map.
The crisps we call chips, and what you call chips we call
Fries.
fries. fries.
Like the
Pommes
Americans.
frites.
You're too
Pommes
Americanized.
frites.
You're too Americanized,
Well,
you are.
but the Americans call them French fries.
You're far
And we
too
call them
Americanized.
pommes frites. Well, in our language, we call them pommes. From pomme de terre, pomme potato thingy.
It was obviously the Western influence on you.
Where's the shop?
No, defeated.
Where's the shop?
I bet the Eastern Germans, I bet they don't call them French fries.
No.
They probably call them chips.
They didn't have something like that.
Yeah, they didn't have any of that in communist Russia. When they were under the communist banner. They didn't have food.
So
It's like in the film Euro Trip when they're staying in the hotel. and the baggage boy takes their bags up to the room, and they're followed by all like the hotel manager and that. And when the baggage boy puts the baggage down, the one of the kids turns around and gives him like a coin, which is like absolutely worthless. But to him, it's like, oh. He turns around and immediately slaps the hotel manager and goes, "I quit. And I open my own chain of hotels." It's like, really? With that one coin? I ought to buy a trailer.
yeah, bye.
I'm a Vaz, number one.
You take that one back, and I can go back.
Miami Vice, new number one show. Like, really? It's your new number one TV show, Miami Vice? You do realise that came out in the 80s? Miami Vice. But I suppose they were living behind a wall for all them years. Until Mr. Hoff came along and knocked it down.
Yeah, but imagine you have no bananas, you have no oranges, and something like that. There was a time when, I know in the 60s, 70s, my parents made boxes with gifts and silk stockings and stuff that we had, and sent it over to a family in East Germany. And then after some time, they sent us back letters where they demanded certain products. And then my mother said, "No way, I'm not doing that." But they also sent us some products they had available in East Germany.
I thought you was going to say you sent them a box of goodies and they sent you a letter back going, "That's great, thank you for the box of goodies, but next time can you send a box opener?" Because we can't get to we can't get to the goodies. We haven't got an opener.
Yeah. That's it's the issue with the 5-year plan. Usually you have or you say you set a goal for your shoe factories, for example, to produce the most shoes with as little material as possible. You know what shoes they produce?
Sandals.
Children's shoes.
I was going to say
So
sandals.
you get a lot of baby shoes and children's shoes. They fulfilled their goal. They got a gold medal, and nobody can wear these shoes.
Or if not sandals, those rubber shoes that everyone seems to wear that always have loads of holes in.
Today, yeah.
Silly rubber
Everyone-
shoes. Full of holes. I laugh at people. They're wearing these silly rubber shoes with all these holes in, and then they complain when it rains and they get wet feet. Your shoes have got loads of holes in them.
No, they're definitely not healthy. Okay.
Never mind the fact they're made of rubber, which means everybody can hear you squeaking along from a freaking mile away. You'd be the worst burglars ever. Because we'd hear you squeaking up the stairs.
But Greta will say that these shoes will end up in the ocean.
SpongeBob will live in them. Under the sea with all his friends. Under the sea. Under the sea. I suppose I'll put the trailers in the shed then. I suppose I'll put them away, you know. I know some people just leave them in the yard.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll put them
They're
away.
full of water. Look.
There's one delivered. I'll go fetch the other one. Look, someone can't park a harvester. He hasn't got his harvester parking scenario, clearly. Hasn't done his harvester parking scenario.
It's nicely parked.
Why is he
38
so-
megabyte. You know, this professional farmer patch is 38 megabyte. That can't be much of an update.
38 megabyte update to slash all the prices by half and make everything worthless. How is that? How can you do an update that takes so much away, but it actually has file size? Surely, instead of us having to download an update, we should be giving them stuff back. Here's our crop prices, have them back. So weird.
Maybe they increased the prices.
Nah, they've nerfed the prices. It's their way of making sure, you know, the fact that you've only got one, you know, you can only buy, there's only one tractor in the game to buy, and one harvester, and one trailer, and one plough.
Yeah,
It's gonna take. It's gonna,
otherwise, or you have mods installed, and they have mods as well,
but
which are
it's
cheap.
by making all the prices really low, it's going to take you a long time to be able to afford to buy that one tractor, that one harvester. Which means that they don't need to add it. They're not going to have to add any new stuff to the game. It's
Which
their
means
way
who
of,
wants realistic prices.
yeah, they're going to give you you're going to have the realistic prices so that you don't end up buying all the equipment on day one and then going, oh, now what do I do? Oh, I've completed it. Because it's now going to take you 10 years to be able to afford to buy that one tractor. And it's the developer's way of going, you know what? We haven't got to worry about making new tractors and putting them in the game because all the players aren't going to be able to afford the one they have got. Crazy. But at some point, I've got to go through all that because I still haven't finished it. I still haven't finished the tutorials yet. I haven't even moved on to the scenarios yet in that game. Still haven't quite started the scenarios. But I think for this evening I'm done farming. Starting to rub my eyes, which means I must be getting tired. So maybe I retire for the rest of the evening and do some more Bambi killing in Call of the Wild.